All right. So, let's see. Yeah. All right. So today is February 7th of 2018. All right. So I've been busy. I got a new job. I haven't had a lot of time to work on any flat Earth research. But finally, I've had some time and I have some questions. So as you know, we still don't know if a 24-hour sun in Antarctica is factual. So what I'm doing is using their own model, Google Earth. Actually, rewinded the time back to December 31st of 2017 to look for ourselves. Of course, this is going to be a little a fake read because this is not a continent. This is a ring around the flat Earth. And not only that, it's impossible for this to be down here and to be this much ice. But when you go to the North Pole, it's nothing like that at all. The North is nothing like it at all. It's two different things. If this was really a globe and the tilt of the Earth was really like it is, and the seasons were because of the tilt of the Earth, then December for the summer for the southern hemisphere would definitely make the Arctic look the same as down here. Nothing but ice. That's not the case. Anyway, let's get to the point here in this video. So it appears December 31st is as far back as it will let me go from today's date, February 7th. So when I first got on here, I was in February, and I noticed that not all of Antarctica was lit up. So I went back to December, and it's still not all lit up. So December would definitely be the peak of summer for the southern hemisphere. So, as you can see, even with that, not all of Antarctica is lit up. There's still darkness over here. So just so you know, nobody has been anywhere close to this center area. I mean, not that we know of. And of course, I'm sure the government has been further in, but even then, nobody has been here. Alright, first of all, what sense does it make for this to be in summer, yet the ice never melts? It's warmer down here, but the ice never melts. And you go from this ice continent that never melts, never changes, to Australia, which is hot and dry, and it's not even that far from each other. And you got South America here. This is South America. South America is hot. This makes no sense. And then, of course, you got Africa. Africa is hot. I mean, it makes no sense. It's completely different than the Northern Hemisphere, which we know it's cold, but it's not that cold. Antarctica is a whole nother world, and I really don't think it's a continent like this at all. But let's get to the point of this video. I'm stretching a little bit. So, my point is, we only have bases and scientists on the outer rings of Antarctica, right? But as we all know, the sun on the flat Earth model, if this was the flat Earth model, the sun when it's in the summer southern hemisphere would be the outermost edge. Of course, the days and nights would be longer. That's a problem we're still working on. But I mean, it does work for the northern hemisphere for southern winter because, of course, the nights are longer, the days are shorter. So that makes perfect sense because you got the sun out here taking longer to go around. So if this is America right here, Then the sun would come by, you got your day, and as it leaves, you would be in night for a long time, and then you got day, night. That makes a lot more sense for that aspect of it. But let's get to the point here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward through the months and just watch Antarctica and the shading and notice how, the bases go no further than right here. So even if, well, first of all, that's how we know that that video of 24-hour sun in Antarctica is fake, because according to Google's own globe, it's not showing Antarctica at all with 24-hour sun in December. So there's no way they could do it unless they set up a camera in the middle of the continent, which is impossible because of the freezing temperatures, and quite frankly, there is no center to Antarctica. But anyway, let's get to the point here. So just watch the shadow as I fast forward as we go into the northern summer or spring, and just watch what happens with the shadow as the sun moves further up north. Notice how there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica unless you're in the center. Now we're in January 15th. Going into February, which is where we're at now. And notice how it's getting darker and darker. So let's see, here we go into February. I'm on February. Bam, February. Getting darker, darker. Yep, so if anyone tells you they recorded a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, I don't think so. It's not possible. Not like even on a globe. So let's keep going. We'll get into March and we'll really see a dramatic change. So to remind you, on the flat Earth model, the sun is moving further away from Antarctica, from the outer edge, which would mean only a small portion could be lit up at a time, because really this whole outer edge is really going around like this, not inward like that. So you got that there, it would just be sunlight here, and as it goes around, sunlight here, darkness behind it, of course, and in front. So it makes a lot of sense for the flat Earth. So let's keep going, and we're into March. Dramatic difference. And you can see why flat Earth makes perfect sense when you look at Antarctica, because Antarctica is nothing like any place else. It has ice walls that are 100 feet high at every end of it. People say a lot of the flat Earth. Look at this. We're in April. Barely any of it's lit up. But yeah, you read articles, complete darkness now in April. Online, you type in flat Earth theory, and a lot of stupid stuff comes up to cover it up. One of the articles I read actually said flat earthers think that we have the Antarctic Treaty to guard the edge so people don't fall off. And that is complete bull. That is not why we have the Antarctic Treaty. The Antarctic Treaty simply so people don't find out the truth. And who says there is an edge anyway? Because technically, Antarctica is a wall that's keeping the oceans inside, and we don't know what's on the other side of that. If you were to go a good 500 miles inland, there may not be anything else. There may just be a dome like the Bible says. Or it could just keep going on and on and on forever. So we really don't know. But I just wanted to show this because really technically no one could ever record 24-hour sun in Antarctica when nobody can go more than 100, what was it, 100 miles? I don't think it's 100 miles inward. So to give you a idea of how far 100 miles is, see here. Let's see. Not really sure how to do this, but I think there is a scale somewhere. Let's see where it's at. Scale. Here's scale legend. Here we go. Where is the scale legend at? Do not know where. But anyway, let's look at this for an example. Let's get Virginie Answer daylight. All right. So to show you what 100 miles is, I'm sorry, 50 miles. So this is Fredericksburg. This is where I live at, right here. So from Fredericksburg, let's move that right there. Alright, so from Fredericksburg, I don't think I'm doing this all wrong. I haven't had a lot of experience with Google Earth yet, but I'll get there one day. Alright, so from here to Washington, D.C. is 50 miles, okay? So from there to there is 50 miles. Keep that in mind. So that is that. Let's go down here to Antarctica, shall we? Let's go to the very, very bottom. Keep going. Where are you at? There you are. Complete darkness. So from here to about, what, here? Here to here. 50 miles. Double that. So 100 miles is this far. So from there to there. That's as far inland. This right here. Where the sand is going around. This is as far inland as anyone has ever been in Antarctica. So who knows what's out here. That's my point. This is my video. Look at the basketball. Can't we just toss this thing out already? Alright, let's just go ahead and pop it. Make it flat, because that's what it is. Where's the sun? There's the sun. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. So something I thought of not too long ago, a couple days ago probably. How do I get this off of here? Somebody help me. Alright, anyway, something I thought about, and this makes a lot of sense. So space has no up and down, right? So tell me why. Oh, and gravity is equal. Gravity always attracts from everywhere, every direction. It's like a magnet around magnets. It's going to suck everything to it. So tell me why and how it's the case that every planet in our solar system is perfectly aligned on the same track around the sun, the same plane around the sun. You don't have any going this way around. You don't have anything going this way around. Everything's going like this around the sun. Now,